Good morning, students. Today we are starting with next chapter number 15, life processes in living organisms. In that we are studying some important life process which are carried out in plants and animals, which are said to be as a living organisms. In that firstly we are discussing about the transportation in plants. The various materials like food and water is transported from one part of the plant to the other part. For example, water is absorbed by the roots from the soil and that is transported to the leaf where the photosynthesis takes place. And for that transportation, the plant is having a separate system, and that system is called transportation system. On the other hand, the food is synthesized by the leaf or leaves in the process of photosynthesis, and that food material is transported from the leaves to the all parts of the plants such as branches, stem, flowers, fruits and roots also. So it is a give and take relation between the all parts of the plant, and that system is a most important system in the plant body, which is called transportation. After that we are discussing about the excretion in plants, animals and humans. Excretion is another important process which is carried out by the all living organisms. In that firstly we are discussing about the excretion system in plants. After that we are studying in the animals, and in that we are studying the excretory system of human beings. And lastly we are studying about the control and coordination of plants and humans. The coordination is the most important process which is said to be as a controlling the all life processes in the body. In the human beings, for that coordination, the brain is playing an important role in control and coordination. In plants also, that control and coordination takes place by the specialized cells. So that we are discussing in that point. So we are starting with the transportation in plants. In that we are discussing the most animals move from one place to another place, but the plants do not. आपल्याला सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे की वनस्पती एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी जाऊ शकत नाहीत जसे की प्राणी जातात. So for that they have many dead cells in the plant body, and that dead cells do not have or do not consume the energy. So the energy consumption of the plant is very less. So plants need inorganic substances like nitrogen, phosphorus, magnesium, manganese, sodium, etc. And that all needs are fulfilled by the soil. The minerals present in the soil which are dissolved in the water and that are absorbed by the roots of the plants. So for that transportation, the roots can absorb the water, and with that the minerals which are essential for the plant body is also absorbed, and that minerals and water is transported to the especially to the leaves, because it is a raw material for the process of photosynthesis, food production of the plant body. So that transportation is proven by the various scientists by the various methods. So we are discussing the transportation of water in plants. In that firstly we are discussing about the root pressure theory. The root pressure theory is a simple theory which can prove that the cell which is in contact with water is firstly absorb the water, and after that water is transported to the adjacent cell, to the nearer cell to that previous cell, and in that way the water is transported from roots to the leaves. But this theory is not accepted because the pressure which is created by that root pressure is not sufficient to lift the water in the shrubs, small plants and trees. जेव्हा आपण रूट प्रेशर थेरीचा अभ्यास करतो तेव्हा रूट प्रेशरमधून जे वॉटर ट्रान्सपोर्ट होतं त्याचं जे रीचिंग आहे, त्याचं जे पोहोचण्याची रिचमेंट आहे ती फक्त छोट्या हर्ब्समध्ये आहेत. श्रब्स ट्रीजमध्ये ते पॉसिबल नाही आहे. त्यामुळे रूट प्रेशर थेरी जी आहे ती ॲक्सेप्टेबल झाली नाही. त्यानंतर सेकंड जी थेरी आहे ती आहे ट्रान्सपिरेशन पूल. द ट्रान्सपिरेशन पूल इज अ वाइडली एक्सेप्टेड थेरी in that what they can suggest, the leaves of the plants are having the stomata, which is a small aperture stomatal opening which can loses the water in the form of water vapors, and that loosening of water creates a pool, and that pool is fulfilled by the cells which are present in the roots. So that pool is created by the leaves firstly, and by that the water is pulled from roots to the leaves, and therefore that transpiration pool is a very effective theory or very effective process of transpiration or transportation of the water. So in that same way the transportation of food is also takes place in the plants. The food produced by the leaves is transported to the each and every cell of the body, plant body. Excess food except amino acids is stored in roots, fruits and seeds. आता आपल्या सगळ्यांना माहिती आहेत फळं आहेत किंवा भाज्या आहेत, फळभाज्या आहेत, टोमॅटो आहे, वांगं आहे, मटार आहे, या सगळ्या ज्या भाज्या आहेत या भाज्यांमध्ये जे एक्सेस फूड होतं प्लांट बॉडीमध्ये तयार, ते एक्सेस फूड आहे ते स्टोअर केलं जातं. इवन दो बटाटा आहे, कांदा आहे किंवा लसूण आहे, आलं आहे, हे सुद्धा रताळं आहे, गाजर आहे, हे सुद्धा स्टोअर्ड फूड आहे. प्लांटची सुरुवातीलाच आपण पाहिलं की प्लांटची रिक्वायरमेंट जी आहे एनर्जीची ती खूप कमी असते, बिकॉज द प्लांट्स आर नॉट मूव्हिंग फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस. They are stationary, and therefore the dead cells are very in much amount in the plants, and therefore the energy requirement is very less in the plant body, so that the more amount of food is stored in the form of fruits or vegetables, and that can be consumed by us because we are not able to produce the food. So this is a way of transportation of food in the plant body. After that we are studying about the next process, that is excretion. So excretion is one of the most essential process in the all living organisms. What is mean by the excretion? Here we can define that many harmful and waste substances like urea, uric acid, ammonia are produced in the living organisms that if that can accumulated in the body, जर हे वेस्ट मटेरियल बॉडीमध्ये साठून राहिले, they cause harm, serious harm, and also they cause the death. Therefore that harmful materials are readily removed from the body, and that process of removing the waste material from the body is called excretion. So that excretion we are discussing. Firstly we are discussing the excretion in plants. The plants, again we are discussing the same point. The plants are stationary, therefore they are not moving from one place to another place. So the excretion of the plant is excreted in the plant body itself. So where they can store the excretory material? So they can store the excretory material in the flower, fruit and bark of the stem. Especially the peel of the fruit is excretory material of the plant body. फळाची जी साल आहे बघा, बऱ्याचशा फळांच्या साली ज्या आहेत त्या आपण खात नाही, कारण त्या फळांच्या सालीमध्ये वनस्पतीने तिचं एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल जे आहे ते साठवलेलं. मग आंबा असेल, केळं असेल, फणस असेल, ज्याची आपण साली खात नाही, कारण त्याच्यामध्ये एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल त्यांनी साठवलेलं असतं. आणि आपण जर खोड बघितलं झाडाचं, तर झाडाचं खोड हे फार अगली असतं, फार दिसायला कुरूप असतं, कारण हे सगळं वेस्ट मटेरियल जे आहे ते ते वनस्पतीने खोडाच्या सालीमध्ये साठवलेलं असतं. तर अशा पद्धतीने हे जे स्टोअर्ड मटेरियल आहे, एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल आहे, दॅट इज स्टोअर्ड इन द प्लांट बॉडी outside the plant body. Some waste materials are converting into resins and gums, and which is the most essential or most important product for the human welfare. यातलं काही एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल जे आहे ते ह्युमन बॉडीसाठी किंवा ह्युमन वेलफेअरसाठी फार आवश्यक आहे. याच्यामध्ये सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं एक्झाम्पल म्हणजे रबर, लॅटेक्स ऑफ रबर. जो रबर आहे, गाड्यांचे टायर किंवा तुमचा खोड रबर, हे सगळं जे किंवा रबर बँड, हे सगळं जे रबर मटेरियल आहे, इट इज अ नॅचरल ओरिजिन अँड विच इज अ एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल ऑफ द प्लांट. सो इट इज अ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल विच इज एक्सक्रिटरी मटेरियल फॉर प्लांट बट विच इज यूजफुल फॉर अस. सो दॅट इज अ एक्सक्रिशन इन प्लांट्स. After that we are discussing about the excretion in human beings. So excretion in human beings is a very complex process, and for that the excretory system is available in the human body, which is called excretory system of human body. It is containing a pair of kidney, pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. So that all are here we can see a pair of kidney, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder ज्याच्यामध्ये युरिन जे आहे ते स्टोअर केलं जातं. किडनी इज फिल्टर द ब्लड अँड आफ्टर द फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ द ब्लड किडनी कॅन सेपरेट द वेस्ट मटेरियल फ्रॉम द ब्लड in the form of liquid, in the form of water, and which is transferred to the ureter, and after that urine is stored temporarily in the urinary bladder, and after that through the opening of urethra that can be transferred or that can be excreted from our body. So that kidney is a structural and functional unit of the excretory system. That kidney containing a number of nephrons, which is a most important part of the kidney. That nephrons are having some important parts. In that, firstly we are discussing about the glomerulus. Glomerulus is a complex winding or complex tubular structure which is filter the blood. Urea produced in the liver comes into the blood, and when the urea containing blood comes into the glomerulus, it is filtered through the capillaries and the urea is separated from the blood. After that is transferred towards the proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubule, and in that the reabsorption takes place because the glomerulus filter each and everything from the blood and it contains more amount of water. So that water is reabsorbed by the proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule, and the blood water level of the blood should be maintained. So in that way the number of nephrons carried out ultrafiltration, and by that the urine formation takes place. Approximately 10 lakh nephrons are present in each kidney. प्रत्येक किडनीमध्ये 10 लाख नेफ्रॉन्स असतात आणि ह्या प्रत्येक नेफ्रॉनकडनं हे अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन केलं जातं. Approximately 5 liter blood is filtered, and normally kidney are having 400 times every day. Filter 400 times every day. 5 लिटर ब्लड एका वेळेला फिल्टर केलं जातं किडनीमध्ये, आणि पर्सन फिल्टर 400 किडनी परफॉर्म 400 टाइम्स that process every day. Thus every day the kidney filters 190 liter blood. That is from that only 1 to 2 liter urine is formed. In 190 liters 190 लिटर ब्लड फिल्टर केल्यानंतर त्यातनं फक्त 1 ते 2 लिटर एवढंच युरिन फॉर्मेशन केलं जातं आणि बाकीचं सगळं जे लिक्विड आहे ते रिॲब्सॉर्ब केलं जातं या प्रॉक्झिमल कॉन्व्होल्युटेड ट्यूब्यूल आणि डिस्टल कॉन्व्होल्युटेड ट्यूब्यूलमध्ये. तर अशा पद्धतीने तुम्हाला इथे किडनीचं फंक्शनिंग सांगितलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर आहे डायलिसिस. डायलिसिस इथे तुम्हाला डायलिसिसची मशीन दाखवलेली आहे. डायलिसिस इज अ आर्टिफिशियल किडनी. If the efficiency of the kidney is adversely affected by the injury, infection or disease, the kidney unable to filter the blood. Therefore, the dialysis machine filter the blood and remove or separate the urine or waste material from that blood, and therefore the blood is passing through that machine and which is filtered for us. If kidney fails, nitrogen waste are not separated from the blood, and that machine, man-made machine, help for them, and that machine is called dialysis. At every time 500 ml blood is sent in the machine, and that should be purified and resent to the patient's body. So here we can complete the excretion in plants, also excretion in human beings. In the next lecture we are studying about the coordination. Thank you.